Kind of spooky, ain't it?
Yeah, this is how we get to work. Isn't that wild? Good walk through the field. All foggy.
Blaze.
Getting his lunch in.
Kettle cook.
Being the mail boy. Yeah. There's a Foxbody hiding up in that fog.
I see it.
5/0 cranks? Does that give you an idea?
Told you. We're gonna hang out. Gonna watch a movie. Gonna take some pictures.
All right, let's give them a quick overview of what we're doing and why.
Well, let's quick overview of the motor, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, E-cam, brand new lifters. How long were these push rods? It was like 6. I don't fucking know.
Tell them about the heads and why you needed them custom push rods.
What are they, GT40P heads?
Yes.
Off the truck?
Yes.
We got them heads, Cobra 1.7 ratio rockers, strip flow springs, you know. So I needed custom length push rods to run the bigger rockers, different heads, the double roller timing set. It's all torqued down and ready. Let's come over here.
A few minutes later.
These are each cylinders. They're all 8 cylinders in order, and this is the firing order. So I started at top dead center on the motor, and cylinder 1. I torqued the rockers down, and it took about 1 full turn on each valve. Spun the motor 90 degrees. Went to the next cylinder, which is 3. It took about 1 1/5 for both, and then so on 90 degrees, and to keep following the order. And I took note on every single valve. Now I'm about to go through, show them these, and I'm gonna shim all the ones that were over about, I think it's like 3/4 of a turn. That's ideal. What you think?
Yeah. That's what
it's-
you said earlier.
Yeah,
So-
and that's the one that was perfect. We don't gotta shim the exhaust valve on cylinder 2 because it was 3/4 of a turn
I
already.
hate that my camera.
It don't matter that much. Yeah.
2JZ.
Poopy.
The 2JZ is eventually going to get built with the twin turbo kit for probably the 350Z. That's what we're going to do here real quick. We're loosening all the rockers up so that we can throw some shims up in there and then retorque it.
And see what we
And
get.
yeah,
And we gotta get it to about 3/4 of a turn. So if we look
This is
here,
top dead center on cylinder 1. The piston is all the way up at the top on cylinder 1, which is right there. And this, which is the notch for the crank, and that the mark for the camshaft.
Yeah, this is the cam gear.
Cam gear.
And for every one
Camshaft
spin, every one revolution of the crank, the
Them
cam
matched
does
up
2.
is top dead center though, is what I was explaining.
Well, you can go a little bit deeper. When this mark's down here and matched up with it, this is top dead center on the compression stroke. And then if the dot was to be up here, we would be on what they call the overlap stroke. You know what we're about to do now? Since cylinder 1 was 1 full turn on each valve, yeah, we're going to start with the tiniest shim, which I think is 10,000ths of an inch.
You literally can't even barely see it on camera.
So this is how this is going to go. This 10,000ths of an inch shim is either going to put us perfectly in spec, or it's going to be, it's going to
Just slightly under, yeah.
But if it's slightly under, that's not good. I would rather run it at 1 full turn, because that's not too bad. There's some people that don't even torque these things. They just go to 0 lash and then do 1 full turn on the bolt, and they call it good. Which, I mean, if that's how they do it and it works, then it works, you know. But I'm gonna go to 20 foot-pounds.
This is where you put the shim.
There she is in there.
God damn the blur. Yeah, in that little
Try to get
slot.
proper lighting with that.
No, it's just because it just doesn't want to focus. When you see, screen's blurry as hell.
Well, I don't know how to fix that.
Me
But can you
neither.
see it? The little thing up in there, it's on both sides. The shim, I think they get it. Alright, ready? Oh, I'm struggling. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on is we're building a piece of shit. I hope not. Oh, really?
This is going in that Foxbody that we were checking out and working on a little bit. Alright, he's getting it to 0 lash. So the push rod does not move up and down, but it can be twisted, rotated. Can I show him? Maybe. No up and down movement, but can be rotated.
Well, I'm ready to torque it. With the poopy fucking torque wrench.
It was doing good last time.
It don't click like it should. The thing's a tiny little. It should be the loudest fucking click of your life. Alright, look. This is how we said 24.
The loudest click of your life.
Yeah. 20 foot-pounds, yeah.
If that's what torque spec is.
I don't know, I'm just guessing. I don't really care.
Shut up. We want it to be within a quarter turn.
This is scary, man. Alright, ready?
Yeah. That is basically
3/4.
Yeah.
That was
It's
3/4.
not a full turn, so
That's about perfect.
yeah.
And the rocker is straight on the valve. Now you do the exhaust. 3/4. That's literally perfect. That's ideal. Now I'm gonna check off cylinder 1 because that's perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna spin the motor 90 degrees to do cylinder 3 because that's firing order, right?
Look.
1, 3.
Yeah, cylinder 1, cylinder 3. But watch, this is how I confirm I'm on the compression stroke. Instead of spinning clockwise, I'm gonna go counterclockwise. And we should be able to watch the intake valve open, which it is. You see, it moved
Do it
down.
again a little.
It's coming back up now, but we gotta come this way. So the intake valve is closing, which means the piston is on its way up. And I'm gonna check where it's at now.
Yeah.
Where was 90? This is.
It was straight up.
Alright, so now we gotta go this way.
Yeah.
So that's almost 90. Let's see where the piston is. The screwdriver barely goes in, so the piston's almost at the top. Let's spin it a couple more degrees. Piston didn't, I think it went down a little bit, so we went past 90. So we back it off a hair, and that's close. That's good enough. Look at the measurements. It was 1 1/5 on both valves, so I'm gonna go with 2 20,000 shims. Yeah, what'd you think? You think that'll work?
Yep. You're the mastermind.
Extra fifth of a turn.
You're the mad scientist here.
That's scientist. I'm a fucking genius.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you're talking about, G. You think this motor's gonna be good for about 350 horsepower?
You tell me what your guess is.
My guess, safely, it'll make 320 to the wheel. A little under 400 to the crank.
Well, this is on video, so
Alright,
we'll
we're
see.
gonna get it dynoed one day.
Yeah, that's why I said this is on video. Intake was about 3/4 with the shim.
That was a little under 3/4.
A little under 3/4 for
One,
exhaust.
or no, that's exactly 3/4.
Yeah.
But you know, actually a little under.
Yeah, I was
guess.
gonna say a little under.
The other ones was a little past.
It's not straight, so.
The other ones was a little past 3/4, but I think that's close enough.
Yeah, like under a full turn either way, so.
It's ideal. So
Yeah,
fuck it. Next cylinder. I'm gonna check off that one.
see it move.
Or I need to back it off this way. We'll be able to watch there. This is exhaust. This is intake. This one should open. Which is. Oh.
What was
it?
that?
You tell me. I think that might have been the push rod shifting. So wait, was this facing up or to the right?
I don't remember.
We gotta remember that next time. So this must have been where it was.
Yeah, I think you're right, because we started up, then we went 90, and now we gotta go down. It's like right there.
Alright, well hold on. Hold it on it. Hold it and tell me if it moves at all. Push on it the whole time. No movement?
If anything, it like went up a hair.
Oh, well, then that's perfect 90 right there. Or ready? One more hair. Anything?
I think it might have went down.
So then I'll back it off a hair. Right there?
Yeah.
Alright, we're doing it. Just leave it. It's good.
We figured out what the noise was. It was not the push rod shifting.
That.
Let's see. This is what broke. Straight snapped. It is stuck in there currently. And it was not the push rod shifting. That is what we heard. Yeah, son. Yeah.
I literally don't know where I'm gonna get from.
I got it out.
How the fuck, dog? Oh my God. Exhaust and intake. Number 7. There's no way. There's no way I just broke another one. Josh.
Oh, let's see.
Well, it sounded exactly like it did last time.
It did sound exactly the same.
Why is that happening?
Can't handle the smoke. I don't know.
I was scared. It literally just broke another one. I know it did. Clean in half.
That's crazy, bro.
How is that happening and only right here? I'm kind of...
Did that happen on one of these ones over here?
No.
You sure?
No. Yeah. It's never happened before.
Well, we think we know why we fucked up.
Oh, I know why. Not where how.
It was the center of the rocker spun the wrong way.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
So now
It's
you
fucked
have
up.
2 that are fucked. About 3/4 of a turn perfectly. Yep. And it didn't.
I was scared it was. So cylinder 8 ain't getting torqued down today. But cylinder 7 I would say is good. I think one smaller shoe will get us closer to 3/4.
Do you have one smaller?
Yeah. Three-quarters.
Yep, for real, like almost perfect. Well, this is what we're doing while we wait on rocker seats.
These are the ones I'm gonna have to run, but show them this.
Oh, okay.
This is the only spark plug I'm semi-worried about, but when I have the boot on it, it's not touching the header. Show them
But it's still pretty close.
Show them squirrely looking headers. When I had them on there, the spark plug was literally touching the pipe, so there's no getting a boot on it. Yeah,
And he's still worried about that spark plug.
Here, let's show him.
But it's
Let's just
like
show.
it's pretty close.
That one? This ain't the one. This one.
That's not the one you're worried about?
Nah, because it has a gap. This
Still
one,
close.
It is close. Who gives a fuck?
Look, you can't even get that one
That's
on
the
barely.
problem.
It's touching.
Is it?
So is there a spacer?
No, it's not all the way.
Bro.
It's not all the way on, I promise. Maybe it is now.
Late night. Just got back from picking Shawn up. This here yonder T5 transmission with the bell housing on it. I'll let him get the light out and all that. But we also got the old clutch. Said it was a stage 2. To me it doesn't look aftermarket, but who knows? Yeah, who knows?
This don't look stock. blue. Oh. Look,
He said that was the speed sensor?
what is this one?
That's for
That big
plug or
Yeah,
sensor
she's
or
been
something.
sitting outside for a little bit.
You said it was in the shade or something.
He's a cabin.
Look at the front pump.
He's
Brand new.
cabin. How's it get that much rust from just sitting inside? It's been
I
wet.
get shit that gets surface on it inside.
That's not.
all the
Feel
time.
that. That's not surface, bro. Look at that.
You sure?
Feel that. I'm not-
Bro, you were just wiping it off with your finger.
Off
Look
of
at
this
it.
one. Feel that.
I don't know.
It'll come
Wire
off with a
brush
wire
it.
brush.
Yeah, wire brush it.
Look, show them the front pump.
Brandon.
Front pump does look new. Bolts are rusty.
Faulty. bolts.
And then the clutch is over there.
How's this seal look? It feels new. I see the bush. I can feel the bush.
Yeah, it looks good.
You just roll this bitch over. You know what clutch it is?
He said it's a stage 2, but I have no idea.
But is it for a turbo? Because you know there's a half-inch difference in the clutch.
Nope.
13 and 13.5.
He said this all came out of a running, driving T-Bird.
What is this? Well, I guess this is what we take off. I don't know.
I don't know.
Not a transmission guy.
You're this manual trans guy.
Yes, Shawn. Well, it's got a gas. You should have gas bolts.
Take it to Deltrans and be like, can I walk in the back with one of y'all while you take this back here and tear it apart? Just let me know everything's good in it.
Alright. They're gonna be like $10,000. I don't think we're doing this.
Good.
I'm scared.
No,
'cause
seriously, transmission is fuck. My heart will win.
I think we're just gonna send it.
That's what I was
How do you
saying.
get a shifter in here?
I could
It
not-
just sticks in there. That's it.
I couldn't tell you, buddy.
Goody.
We out?
Let's look at this. Let's look at this plan. You like it?
Somebody just
Yeah.
got a new dog that keeps barking.
It looks good.
Yeah, but look, it won't go in place.
Why?
I don't.
Alright.
Maybe because of the sensor.
Oh my god. Maybe.
It's not the sensor. It's touching. It's wrong.
Alright, so we figured out what was going on with this oil pan and why it wasn't going on. And it's because the oil pickup tube we have here, which was another one we just had sitting around, I think this one was probably mine. It has like a 3-inch bracket here where my thumb is. This thing, which brings the oil sump down further, probably like 3 inches down further into the oil pan. Well, you have to have an aftermarket oil pan or probably an Explorer one or something for that oil pickup tube. But he put the original back on and repainted the oil pan.
I cleaned the piss out of it, and this is truck bed liner.
Yeah, it looks good.
I could have cleaned it up and made it look prettier, but who cares?
Upside down V8.
But the headers are facing that way.
Yeah, what do we got? What are they? BBK, equal length headers there.
Not these ones.
Oh no, those ones aren't. They just look a little
These
twisted
ones
up.
are.
Yeah. GT40P heads, 1.7 ratio roller rockers from the Cobra, E303 cam, comp cam dual chain timing set,
How do you do this shit?
GT40P lower intake, right?
Upper too.
And upper.
They're right there.
And I have the Cobra upper, right? Yeah, those are the intakes there. Blacked out, shawty. And that's basically the build, right?
Yeah. That's simple enough. Traditional 5.0, you know.
Yep. Both sides of the rocker arms and both sides of the push rods. And then we put his valve covers on and put the valve cover gasket and then valve cover on. That looks good. Chrome header on chrome valve cover. Black heads. Black oil pan. The oil pan's another thing that we did. Got that all put on. Now we're getting ready to do the intake manifold gaskets. That's what they are, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And as doing the gaskets, we're using red Permaseal.
Only on the intake ports, though.
Yeah.
No. That was stupid. Only on the coolant ports. We don't want coolant getting in there. In the valley.
Listen to Shawn, the doctor. We do have a nice little professional setup going on here, though. You know how the boy is. While he's welding on the RTV, see how this puppy runs, and then we'll build one with forged internals, and then we're building a 2JZ.
All I was talking about was in the thingy in my pocket.
Oh no, valve cover.
Holy shit, you're right. It's like it's just not even.
Oh no, it fits perfect.
Bolts and holes. Bolts and holes. The bolts and holes are lined up. Bolts and holes. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so you got them intake bolts, or we need to go through my bolts?
Do you have them? If you have lower intake bolts, I'm taking them. I don't know if you will.
Thermostat.
That's intake bolts. Holy shit. Look.
Yeah.
A fat kid in a candy shop.
Yeah, you're lucky I don't have a block to build right now, for real.
I think you just want to see this run.
I do, I told you that earlier.
We'll just blow it up and then reuse all this for your motor.
Alright, well, we're gonna buzz this shit out. Lubing her up before he sticks his shaft in the hole.
What?
You heard me.
Make sure you put it in the right hole.
Yep.
That motherfucker went in with ease. The timing's not right though. It's gotta come right back out. Alright, so this is all I gotta do. The little tooth has to be with that blue mark, which is cylinder 1.
Should I give it to him? Like I said, it's gonna be 20 years till mine's done.
Well, no,
I'm thinking
we were struggling to get your
that's gonna look pretty good right there.
I didn't have
We're
the
gonna
time
do it.
cover on, so I was looking.
Come here.
Why?
Come here, dummy.
What do you want?
Fucking tighten it down, dummy.
No. I don't want to use that. I'm gonna owe you so much money.
So much money. Just fucking use it. Look at it.
It's beautiful, I know. Yeah, nah, these headers are meant for like Mustang heads. These are the Explorer heads. The spark plug angle's different. I got it. So I'm gonna have to run them like that because I'm not buying new headers.
Trying to mock up the timing cover bolts.
We need one more shorty unit for down here.
And then we need the water pump bolts.
And then that'll be on.
And then we need the upper intake bolts.
Then we need to put a harmonic balancer and crank pulley on it. I don't know.
Jeez, pretty.
Here, let's get a sneak peek. This thing is gonna make it right.
Flag it.
It's not straight sitting on the valve cover, but really it would be like that.
Yes, sir.
You like it?
Yes, sir.
What should I post it for?
Yeah.
800?
2,500 minimum.
I could get 800.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's all I got into it. You're right. We only got 800 into it. So, it's ugly.